Hey, good morning. I'm Adam Post. It's great to see you. Good morning. I'm having a great morning. I hope you're having a great morning. This is the Morning Post. Go ahead and make sure you tell me how your morning's going. Put it in the comments below. Tell me how your day's going. Also, make sure that you click the bell for notifications and subscribe. Very important. This way, you get every video that we put out, and we have a lot of fun with these videos, okay? Today we're talking about Captain Marvel 2. Finally, there are some rumors starting to come out about Captain Marvel 2. You were probably thinking like me, maybe they're not even going to make a Captain Marvel number 2. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. What's it got to do with Spider-Man? Let's talk about it. There's already been talk about it. Now we got some new rumors. Rumors are important. They're not all true, but they're interesting and sometimes they are true. This is coming from Cosmic Book News, a fun website, a lot of good stories, interesting rumors. Captain Marvel 2, rumored secret invasion with Spider Man. All right, as you remember, Spider Man and Marvel are not always together. Marvel doesn't own the film rights to Spider Man, they're with Sony. Sony sometimes lends the film rights to Marvel for a couple of years, and they make some movies together, and then they split up and they get back together. Recently, Sony had a deal with Marvel to make more Spider-Man movies. They made their Spider-Man movies, and then Sony would not renew with Marvel. And whole big thing happened. Ultimately, Sony agreed to allow Marvel to use Spider-Man for two more movies. It looks like at least one of them is going to be with well, let's just face it, hated Captain Marvel. A lot of people don't like Captain Marvel. If you like Marvel, you don't really like Captain Marvel in most cases, unless you do. If you do, tell me in the comments below how much you love Captain Marvel and what they've done with it, what Brie Larson has really brought to Marvel's cinematic universe. If you don't like Captain Marvel, tell me that. If you do like Captain Marvel, and that's fine, that's your choice. You shouldn't choose that. But if you do choose that, put in the comments below as well. And tell me, while you're at it, tell me what you like about Captain Marvel, what you don't like about Captain Marvel. So, similar to how the first movie was sandwiched between Infinity War and Avengers Endgame in order to guarantee its success, now it's being rumored that Captain Marvel 2 will be its own event film, adapting Secret Invasion and also featuring Spider Man. Secret Invasion is a story from the Marvel Comics series. And we'll talk about what that was in the comics and what it'll probably be for the films in a second. But Avengers Endgame obviously was with a collection of all of Marvel's most popular characters, even including, Spider-Man. But Avengers Infinity War came before before Avengers Endgame. In the middle, they stuck Captain Marvel and made theater goers realize, made fans think that you'd have to see Captain Marvel to fully understand what was going on in the Avengers. So it was sold as kind of almost a prequel to the Avengers, even though it wasn't. They sold a lot of extra tickets that way. Even with that, it looks like they expanded the numbers beyond where they really actually were. There are articles about that. You can see videos on my channel as well, talking about how it looks like Marvel overstated the sales of the Captain Marvel box office. But that said, what it did do for Captain Marvel was it got Captain Marvel to at least appear more successful by making it very related to the Avengers, like almost. So it's claimed that in there'll be a May 5th, 2023 release date listed for a new untitled MCU film will be for Captain Marvel 2. The rumor claims if Captain Marvel 2 is Secret Invasion, which is very likely, then it'll be the next crossover Spidey will take part in. Okay, so then Spider-Man was in a crossover in Avengers. He'd be in a crossover in Captain Marvel 2. Good for Captain Marvel. Previous rumors have also offered that Spider-Man and Tom Holland will be in part of Captain Marvel 2. As it has been rumored, Disney is losing confidence in Brie Larson. We did a story about that. And Carol Danvers, and that they want to use Spider-Man to add in much needed humor to the character. So there's a lot of life to the character when you have very popular, fun Spider-Man played off of dry character, boring Carol Danvers, Brie Larson. At the same time, it's also being said the Tom Holland Peter Parker will have a crush on Carol Danvers. That was another article we did, that he's going to become, Spider-Man will become enamored with her, have a big crush on Captain Marvel. More validation for their female characters. Okay. And that Danvers will belittle and make Spidey the butt of jokes. Boy, that'll be fun. Okay. Captain Marvel 2 needs Spider-Man to succeed. I believe that. Do you believe that? Put it in the comments below, baby. We'll fight about it because you know I look at and answer all the comments. Just about all the comments. Don't test me. Regarding Secret Invasion, it's a Marvel Comics storyline where Skrulls invade the Earth that pretend to be Marvel superheroes. Skrulls are able to change their shape so they can make themselves look like a superhero if they want to. They can also be cats. They can be a lot of things. That's part of being a Skrull. You can't be a Skrull. It's made up. So don't even think like, well, maybe I'll be a Skrull. No, you're not going to be a Skrull. That's just for the comics. Maybe for the movie. So we will see Captain Marvel 2 could actually feature a lot of cameos by different MCU characters that are really Skrulls in disguise. Going this route makes sense because the Brie Larson Carol Danvers is rather boring. She can't really sustain her own movie. We saw that in Captain Marvel 1. And including all types of different heroes would be able to make it kind of interesting, you know, like a little cameo here, a little cameo there. It does add a lot of value to these films. They could make the film entertaining enough to do some box office success. If they throw Spider-Man in there, boom, they got another hit, right? Why not? $1 billion easy. Now, regarding the possibility of Disney losing confidence in Brie Larson and Captain Marvel, interestingly, there are parallels with Star Wars, which is very true. Making Daisy Ridley the star of Star Wars in The Last Jedi and now The Rise of Skywalker, which is coming out. A lot of people are really burnt out on Star Wars. It has nothing to do with women or female characters. It's just not compelling. It's not interesting. Made her a Mary Sue character that has unlimited power, that just keeps getting more and more special force powers and doesn't even earn them, doesn't struggle with them, just happens to have them. So there's really no story to see how she goes from one place to another. There's nothing to become interested in, nothing dramatic. Those same fans, believe it or not, do not like Captain Marvel. Because, again, Captain Marvel, another Mary Sue character, where they just said, like, well, here she is. She's out of nowhere. By the way, she's the most powerful character in the Marvel Universe, and she's just great. All right, fine. So it could be possible that Disney doesn't want another Last Jedi with Brie Larson and Captain Marvel in the MCU, which is entirely possible, especially with Feige's plan to approach Phase 4, which is the next big major release of Marvel movies in Phase 4. So if they do this concept, it's a pretty good concept, at least to sneak through doing another Captain Marvel movie and have some success, be able to sell some tickets. You throw your Spider-Man in there, you stick them Skrulls in there, bing, bang, boom. You're able to feature a lot of cameos, a lot of other superheroes, and then the movie is not about her. It's sort of like she's like Elvira. She's just kind of hosting it, if you know who Elvira is. She's just kind of around in the movie when other characters really carry it for her because she can't carry the load, let's face it. Well, tell me what you think. Would you want to see a Captain Marvel 2 where there are a lot of other superheroes in it, whether they're Skrulls or not? Would you want to see Captain Marvel 2 with Spider-Man? Do you think Spider-Man should say, no, I want to stay away from this old lady. I don't like her. She's no good. Or do you think he should say, well, I love you. I want to be in your movie with you together. What do you think? Put in the comments below. Your opinion matters. It's not just all about me. This is about what we do together. Click the bell for notifications. Subscribe first, and then click the bell for notifications again. Click all so you get them all. You don't miss a thing. And speaking of missing things, I will see you again soon. And if I don't see you, I will miss you.